lot of nuts!
Ohio gozaimasu gamers, and I gotta admit something, I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling built, stacked, GigaChad as it were. I feel like a world-renowned bodybuilder, but also a little bit socially awkward. I feel like I don't know how to behave in common situations. In fact, my self-consciousness has led to a level of awkwardness that I feel like couldn't be portrayed by anything on the internet other than shirtless buff men. Ooh, I think about shirtless buff men all the time.
Yo.
Every time I close my eyes, it's shirtless buff men. But why?
Baby, don't hurt me.
The newest iteration of the human GigaChad that you see behind me is named Michiel Hearn, American bodybuilder and 4-time Mr. Natural Universe champion, which is an impressive thing if I knew what any of those words meant. But I don't need to explain that to you. You're probably already familiar with this concept of this meme simply by the fact that you know what a GigaChad is. Everybody knows the meme about some big buff dude doing something considered less than masculine. Why is that though? This is the internet. If you wanted to take a picture of somebody else and project your opinions onto it, why is it the most self-conscious aspects of yourself that we see projected onto these dudes? Makes for an interesting video topic. Maybe subscribe. These Michiel Hearn memes are of course hilarious. There's something so beautiful about seeing a strong, confident alpha male be completely contrasted with captions that represent the most socially awkward moments of our life, both of which we can all relate to. It is the yin and the yang together in all of us that represents the reality of life as we know it. But at the same time, this Michiel Hearn meme is simply the most modern interpretation of a meme that's as old as time. Many comparisons are of course drawn to the meme of GigaChad, who I'm sure you guys are all too familiar with at this point. GigaChad is 2 words. In this context, Giga means the ultimate form of, and Chad is a shortening of an old internet pejorative term known as Chad Thundercock. Chad Thundercock is something used to describe the cocky, high school jock, alpha male that gets with all the girls, which sounds like a good thing, but for some reason in this context, it isn't. The popularization of this meme came primarily with the virgin versus the Chad walk, the virgin walk, in which people would put honestly too much text describing the differences between how a beta male would do something and how an alpha male would do something. And while these MS Paint representations were hilarious in their own way, they grew repetitive over time. People started to get sick of these labels being applied to all of their favorite animes, TV shows, hobbies even, to the point where, like anything on the internet, it eventually started to become self-satirizing, where the virgin things would be the things that most everybody would do, and the Chad things would be the lazier, stupider, more comfortable way about going about things. And now the entire meme has been flipped on its head. I don't have any great examples of this happening with the virgin walk versus the Chad walk, or maybe I do, I'll figure it out in editing, but I believe this is where the idea of putting more normal, socially awkward, less than alpha characteristics over this image of the traditionally alpha character began. It's really kind of beautiful when you think about it, right? The evolution of this meme. Chad Thundercock, as it were, when it started, was supposed to be this unachievable physical peak in personality trait. It was supposed to be representative of all the things that you couldn't or wouldn't become when it came to banging a lot of girls or being the most popular dude at school. But now, thanks to the relatability of the satirization, the phrase Chad has now been reclaimed by internet degenerates. You're not a Chad because you're a bodybuilder or because you sleep with a lot of women. No. Now, being a Chad is a state of mind. You're a GigaChad because you're willing to leave a ranked match to help your mom bring in the groceries. You're a GigaChad because you can tell the difference between a left and a right Twix bar. Listen, I'm trying to make sense of internet memes. It's only going to go so far before it starts falling apart. One of my favorite iterations of this is the buff dudes on a laptop. It represents big alpha men, as do all the memes in this video, responding to something on the internet or talking to somebody else on the internet. And it shows that the Chad thing to do is to be yourself. Yeah, it might not be the most popular opinion. Yeah, it might be kind of cringe. In fact, a lot of these situations have a nerd on a computer giving a take that nobody would agree with, and it shows that with big muscle comes bad anime takes. A few tidbits that you might find interesting to wrap up this GigaChad piece. This image of GigaChad is not real. The face exists, but the entirety of the body is actually photoshopped from birth. The photographer that put this together was doing like an experimental art piece, and this iteration of GigaChad, completely photoshopped, not real, which I almost feel like adds to the whole meme that it's become, that this unattainable body isn't attainable. Secondly, if you get a wholesome feeling in your chest every time you see a jock acting like a good friend, then you might want to check out the Jock and Nerd comics made by Marco Rossini. They're very popular on the internet, and I feel like encapsulates the whole vibe of the GigaChad meme pretty well. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that Saitama from the One Punch Man anime is effectively the GigaChad character, normalized in everyday life, but still powerful beyond all relief. Go watch One Punch Man. Sumeto, it's hard enough to get through your entire YouTube video without the bottom half being Subway Surfers or an episode of Family Guy. When are you gonna talk about gay black men twerking? Ah, the Thug Shaker. Yet another one of these internet memes that grew in prominence completely due to gay porn. Not the first time this has happened, is it? When I made my video on the Animan Studios meme, I made the offhanded comment that gay porn isn't really my first choice, which is an understatement to say the least. And I got a comment that said, wow, yet another homophobic YouTuber. There's no winning with you idiots. The Thug Shaker is a notorious gif of a black man shaking his oiled up ass, typically used as a bait and switch meme format on Discord, Twitter, and wherever you may see. It originally comes from a gay pornographic film by the title of That Dick Tastes Like Money by the production company known as Thug Hunters. Porn dialogue sucks in general. I think we can all agree with that. Their script writing isn't exactly the focus of their video production, but specifically with Thug Hunters, where every video is a white guy convincing a thug on the street to suck his dick on the side of the road, it's excessively bad. So bad, in fact, that some of the dialogue from That Dick Tastes Like Money has turned into a meme for God knows what reason.
Spread your ass open, dude. You can do the rump shaker, huh? The Thug Shaker. Give me the Thug Shaker, dude. Shake your ass. Take your hands off it and shake that shit.
The phrase Thug Shaker wasn't even all that prominent just a few weeks ago. In fact, it isn't even all that associated with the bait and switch meme of tricking one of your friends into watching a video of a black man shaking his naked ass. Just the other week, however, there was massive news about classified Pentagon documents regarding the Ukraine war being leaked on a Discord server. The name of that Discord server? Thug Shaker Central. This was such big news that big, prominent news outlets were reporting on the fact, live on TV, that Pentagon documents were leaked on a Discord server named Thug Shaker Central. It's over for all of us. Was this news big enough to justify me watching 5 minutes of gay porn on the last week of Ramadan? Not in my opinion. But that doesn't make me homophobic. Maybe a little bit racist, though. Sumeto, are you saying that me watching gay porn makes me a Chad? No, don't conflate the two different topics of this video. The reason I bring it up is because even this Thug Shaker bait and switch meme has origins in muscular men. Anybody recognize this individual? Of course you do, and rest in peace to a real one. If you've got friends whose links you don't click anymore in public, or you don't open Snapchats from anymore, it's probably because of this dude. Adult film actor, I don't want to take the time to look up his name. You may know him as the dude with the unbelievably massive wong, is this dude. Bait and switch, big muscular dude, photoshopped giant penis, but even unphotoshopped, it's still pretty impressive in my opinion. Classic bait and switch, but how could we forget the OG? The entire thing that this started from. The first ever muscular man being bait and switched in a Thug Shaker notion? You guys know Ricardo Milos, don't you? Ricardo Milos was an adult film actor that did a few gay porn scenes. At this point in time, he's got a kid and he's really tried to distance himself away from this incredible dancing gift that has found its way into every corner of the internet. So I'll pay the respect to Ricardo to not play his classic, only because I want to curse you with this recreation I made back when I had like 1,000 subs.
God damn it.
And there you have it, a comprehensive retelling of all the muscular men in meme culture to date. I'm sure I didn't miss any or get any information wrong, and if I did, I'm sure you guys will be mature about it in the comments. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to like it and please subscribe. If you didn't, stop drinking, your judgment is being clouded. Big shout out to the Patreon boys scrolling in the back. Thank you so much for making this video possible, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.